by past District Governor David Henches.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nobody else did.
Did you hear about the man in the flood? Rose, a community center bus came to pick him up, but he refused, said God would save him. As the water got higher, he moved to the second story of his house. A man in a canoe came by and offered to move him to safety. He said God would take care of him, and again refused. The water continued to rise and he had to get on the roof. A helicopter came and offered to lift him away. His faith was strong and he refused. The water covered his house and he died. Arriving in heaven, he complained to God that God didn't help him. God said, I sent you a bus, a canoe, and a helicopter. What more could I have done? So let us be ready to respond both to the call to help and the offer to be helped, because that is how God works his miracles in our world. God grant us all the ability and willingness to make the world a better place by our work as Lions. Amen.
The next on our agenda is going to be a brief video from LCIF regarding the COVID-19. And it's going to be presented by immediate past president, international president, Gunder Ivagatur. And she talks about grant opportunities through LCIF. And I will share that our district is exploring the possibility of applying for a COVID grant. We are reaching out to emergency management offices in counties with high numbers of COVID cases. And I will keep you posted as to the progress that we make. So we'll take it away with the video now.
Continue to see if that will.
Good day, fellow Lions. I'm joining you from my home in Iceland and give you my warmest greetings. Most importantly, I hope you all are doing well and keeping safe. As chairperson of Lions Club's International Foundation, I wanted to reach out to you with some good news, an update to LCIF's response to COVID-19. As our world unites to address the pandemic, I want to assure you that LCIF is responding to the immense challenges facing mankind and is deeply committed to restoring good health and well-being to our communities. I am pleased to report that to date, LCIF has provided over $1.5 million in grant funding for global COVID-19 relief. This would not be possible without generous support of Lions throughout the world. I also wanted to share with you that if you go to our website, www.lcif.org, You can get the most up-to-date information on our response, details on how to apply for grant, and ways to support the Foundation's efforts. There are many of us throughout the world that have battled disappointments, setbacks, and for some, possibly illness as a result of this pandemic. This time is difficult, and like you, I am eager to resume everyday life. We all await the day when social distancing is a mere memory and Lions can once again be a comforting presence and safely serve in our communities. Until then, let us draw strength from family, friends, our Lions fellowship, and from knowing that LCIF is right there with us, empowering global efforts to fight this crisis. So for now, be well and be kind, fellow Lions. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to join you in service again soon.
In a minute, we're going to ask PID Bill Philippi to introduce our visiting PID Ardie Klemish. So, Lion Bill.
Thank you, Governor. It's indeed my pleasure and my great honor to introduce to us today past International Director Ardie Klemish from Iowa. Ardie is a member of the Adair Lions Club since 1999. She's held many offices within our association, including club president, district governor, and multiple district GLT coordinator. In addition to all her Lions activities, Director Klemish has been active in numerous professional and community organizations, including the Iowa State Fair, the Casey Federated Women's Club, 4-H, and as a church organist and a church choir director. She is married to Director or past District Governor Ken Klemish, and they are both Progressive Melvin Jones Fellows. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce past International Director Ardie Klemish.
Thank you, Bill. What an honor it is to be with you today, all of you in Kansas. I see so many familiar faces on the screen today. Folks that I've met at Great Plains Lions Leadership Institute, and especially at the USA-Canada Forum in 2013 in Overland Park. What an honor that was for us to be part of your team there to help put on a great forum. Congratulations to you for doing such an excellent job at the forum. And I'd like to also remind you that past Director Bill Philippi is a great friend for us. He's been a great mentor for me on the board, and more importantly, Bill continues to strive to build new leaders in Lionism. He was instrumental in us being able to hold the very first ever Midwest Faculty Development Institute. It was in Independence, Missouri last fall, and he also is instrumental in helping us to get started. We hope we have the approval anyway for the Midwest Advanced Lions Leadership Institute. We will be getting more to you as soon as we have the application form ready. And right now, I'd really like to say thank you to all of you people who have served in the military, who are police, fire, emergency responders, and especially frontline people for COVID. So medical staff, grocery teams, postal workers, UPS, the FedEx, all those people that are being there to help us stay safe, well, healthy, and have all we need in our homes to keep us going every day. It's truly an honor for me to be with all of you from the 17A district. And I got to see a lot of you in Chicago in 2017 when the International Convention was there, when we began together our second century of service. You know, our motto is we serve, and we serve for two reasons: service to Lions, our fellow Lions, and service to our community. You know, we have two hands, one to serve the community, one to serve our fellow Lions. Both are important. Service to Lions and from Lions. This year, our international president's theme, Dr. Jung Yul Choi and his wife Songbak, extend their warmest greetings to all of you. And I'd like to remind you that they have been in the United States since January. They've not been able to go home because of COVID. And so we really owe our deepest appreciation to them for doing that for our association to keep it running smoothly. President Choi's plan this year is diversity, his theme. And he has 4 key goals in that diversity step. Number 1, of course, is that we add new members, maybe by specialty clubs, maybe by inviting our family members. That's how our club just added 4 new members this year, by adding spouses of existing members in our club. And next year we hope to also add some other new members, which would be children of current line members and some grandchildren. So right now I'd like to say thank you to 17A Lions, because you have the most members of any district in Kansas, and you have the lowest loss of members in Kansas for this year. So kudos to you. And you have 17 out of 76 clubs, as of 3 days ago when I looked it up, that have a positive growth. And so let's give a round of applause to all of those 17 clubs. And they are Atchison, Auburn, Chapman, Concordia, Effingham, Gypsum, Keats, Leawood, Lenexa, Manhattan, Morganville, Oskaloosa, Overland Park, home of the Forum, Salina Downtown, University of Kansas Eye Center, Wakefield, Washington, and Waterville. And a big kudos to Washington, because you have the greatest increase in membership in your district. So I congratulate all of you, and I hope that all the other clubs will work on adding at least 1 new member this year. The second step for President Choi's plan in diversity is for us to increase our leadership development, like PID Bill Philippi is working so diligently to do in the Midwest for us. So the goal is to add 5 new leaders in every district in the year, and to train 500,000 leaders by the end of this year. And we're working hard on that. Even though we haven't been able to hold in-person institutes, we're working on virtual institutes now. So the third step in President Choi's diversity plan is for us to serve our communities. And we're all doing that in new ways, aren't we, because of COVID. But we're serving in those 5 main areas of concern for us, and that is vision, hunger, environment, diabetes, childhood cancer, always engaging our youth to help us, and of course, always being there immediately for humanitarian efforts during times of disaster. And you just heard immediate past president for Lions Clubs International, Gudrun Ingvedottir, explain to us the importance of LCIF. We'll talk about that in just a couple minutes. And we found new ways to serve during the pandemic, haven't we? Extra ways we can help our food pantry. Governor Diane was just telling us about the cards to the shut-ins that some of you are doing. You're making face masks. You're calling shut-ins. You're calling your neighbors. You're doing maybe yard work for people that are near you that can't get out because they're afraid of being out in public. We're delivering groceries. One new idea that our club has worked in cooperation with our Chamber of Commerce and with our local medical facility is that we established a red and green cards in windows of every home in town. If there's a green card in the window, then we know that everybody's safe. If there's a red card, we know that somebody has to stop. It means I need help now. And so we have a team that drives the streets every day, checking the card colors, and we have the phone numbers for every person in every one of those homes. So we can reach out and say, what can I do? What do you need? I'll come to the door. And now more than ever in our lifetime, it's our turn to serve and support our local businesses in our little towns and big towns too. You know, all these years when we've had a community project, they've been there to help us, haven't they? hand in hand. The partnerships that we've developed have helped us be stronger in our communities. So now's the time, if you're not doing that, to partner with your churches, your youth groups, 4-H kids, LEOs, FFA kids, maybe the community health provider in your town, the law enforcement teams. They're a big help for us. Make those partnerships count, because now more than ever, people need us. And finally, the fourth step in that diversity process is sharing our stories. Unless we tell people about what we're doing, they don't realize that we are doing it. So I encourage you to, number one, report your service activities on My Lion. And number two, get it in your local newspaper. Put it on your Facebook page. Get it on the radio station. You know, lots of people aren't getting out from home right now, but they're still getting the local newspaper, and they listen to the radio to get the most current local news. So that's a way that we can meet those four goals. Important right now, more than ever, is that we engage every member in our club. All of us have members that maybe aren't able to be on a go-to meeting or a Zoom meeting like with us today. Maybe they don't have a computer, they don't know how to use one, but we can call them. We can have free phone conference call meetings, or if they don't want to participate in that, we can call them personally. When the meeting's over, send them a copy of the minutes in the mail, send them a card to remind them, we missed you at our club meeting today. You're important to us. Let us know what we can do to help you. If there's some way our club needs to help you. So those are just a few ideas for you. Now, we just saw the video with past President Gudrun talking about LCIF. She is the chairperson of our LCIF, Lions Clubs International Foundation, this year. We celebrated 50 years for LCIF in 2018. And at that time, in 2018, LCIF had awarded 13,000 grants that totaled $1 billion, with a B, $1 billion. Too bad Ken doesn't have on his LCIF socks today, because normally he would stand on a chair and model them, but he forgot to put them on this morning. The news that Gudrun gave you a few moments ago was that over 1 million had been given by LCIF for COVID-19 relief. Well, that video is a little bit old, because as of 5 days ago, LCIF has donated $3.3 million for COVID-19. 3.3 million. Now more than ever, global food insecurity is the worst that it's ever been in the history of our world. Globally, not just in the US, but everywhere. It's so important now for each of us, to help LCIF, to help those people in need. Your personal donations, your club donations, all those truly change someone's life every day. So District 17A has 1,663 members. How many of you, maybe not in the last 8 weeks, but before that, if you were out and about, maybe you bought a bottle of water, or maybe you bought some iced tea, or Ken buys coffee to refill his coffee mug. Of course, we can't refill our own mugs anymore. We have to get the paper cup at our local convenience store. But how many of you did that before COVID hit us? Didn't you spend maybe $2 for any one of those three things I just mentioned? If every one of you gave up that $2 per week in 1 year's time in 17A district with your 1,663 members, $2 a week, every single member, your district alone could donate almost $174,000 to LCIF. Think of that. Think how many people's lives we can impact. And your entire multiple district, MD17, has 4,501 members. If every one of those, just in Kansas, donated, it would be 468,000, a little bit more than that, in 1 year's time. Look how many folks we can positively impact. They need us now more than ever, people. So many people and their children are going hungry because they don't have a job. Remember what Gudrun told us just a minute ago? She said kindness matters. We can make that a reality for them, that they have food every day. If all of us come together, we can make the impossible possible. Most of us have seen that when we came to Great Plains Lions Leadership Institute. We made a team. We're a family as Lions, aren't we? Family takes care of each other. And team members don't stand on the sideline. We get on the front line to serve together with arms together, a team. So I'm challenging you to go forth together right now, more than ever, as a family, and be that positive force, whether it's in your club, whether it's your district, and it's all of us around the world, our hands joined together as Lions that can help LCIF, help these folks that need us more than ever. Your LCIF coordinator in 17A is Rick Dodson, I believe, and Rick would be happy to provide for you the pledge forms for you to complete, or you can get them online at lcif.org. So Ken and I always do a little cheer at the end. Many of you heard me do this at Great Plains multiple times, but it's our trademark. I've been a cheerleader for Lions for years, and we're not going to stop. Together as a family, we can make this world a better place and prove that kindness does matter. So Ken's going to help me. We are Lions. Our motto is, we serve. We serve through teamwork. And our attitude determines our altitude. I'll say that one more time. Our attitude determines our altitude. So leave the negative thoughts in the bedroom when you get up in the morning. Go out, be kind, be positive. And in 2021, September, please come and join us in Iowa for the USA-Canada Forum 2021 in September. Hope to see you all there. And Ken and I pray that you all stay well and healthy. Thanks for letting us join you today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Ardie.
Okay, thank you, PID Ardie and Ken. During the course of the Lions year, we have to say goodbye to some of our fellow Lions. And today, Lions Mike and Barbara Higgins have invited us into their home. They're with the Atchison Lions, and they will conduct the necrology service from there. When they are finished with the necrology, PDG John will announce the results of our recent election. So Lion Mike and Barbara, are we ready?
We are ready.
Ready.
We want to thank you for joining us for the necrology service. Fellow Lions, may we now gather for a few minutes of somber contemplation and remembrance of those Lions in our district who have passed away since our last meeting at this convention. You see before you a table and a place of honor. It is set for one. This table is our way of symbolizing the fact that members of our organization of Lions are missing from our midst, and so we have chosen to remember them at this time. The table is round to represent the circle of life. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their service to their communities, loved ones, and those in need. The candle is lit, symbolizing that these Lions shone in the world. The salt symbolizes the sweat of their labors and the tears shed by those they left behind. The bread symbolizes the fruits of their efforts, the seeds that they have planted so that we may enjoy the harvest they have helped give us. The glass is inverted. They cannot drink from it and celebrate with us this day. The chair. The chair is empty because the Lion who sat there is with us no more. Remember, all of you who served with them and called them Lions, who depended upon their aid and relied upon their wisdom, for surely they have not forsaken you. They chose to be Lions until the day of their passing. It falls upon us to continue the work they started, to protect the legacy they have entrusted to us, and to help guide the world toward a vision of peace and service. In Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16, Jesus said, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see and glorify your Father in heaven." We remember these lions who let their light shine in service to others and the example they set for us. We remember them with honor and respect for their belief in and demonstration of our motto, "We serve." And now we read the clubs and speak aloud the names of our departed lions. Atchison, Lloyd Nub Schrader. Auburn, Don Cochee. Belleville, Paul D. Lecca. Chapman, Marvin D. Mills. Delphos, S. Bruce Campbell. Randall J. Hanley. Sandra K. Larson. Lawrence Mary Alice Gordon. Leavenworth Harry Dempsey. Lenexa Marvin E. Wood. Minneapolis John R. Fleming. Minneapolis Evening Steve C. Rupert. Darrell O. Stone. Overland Park Post Robert D. Tonjes. Riley Marion Schroll. Sabetha Ivel Hayflick. Solomon Arnold Richards. Clyde M. Vinnyberg. Woodbine Orville Keycaper. Let's close with a prayer. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we ask for your blessing upon those that we have named, and for you to be with and comfort their families as they continue to remember their loved ones. Help us all to serve our fellow man as these lions serve. They gave so freely of their time and service while on this earth, and carried the respect of all those who knew them, so that the world might be a better place for the future of mankind. May the memories of all who have gone before us be forever etched upon our minds and live forever in our hearts. May we do all that we can to bring peace to the world with our serving those less fortunate than we. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
This concludes the necrology service. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lions Mike and Barbara, for that very nice meeting. Hello, Kansas Lions and honored guests. I'm PDG John Burns, District 17A Nomination Chair. We have completed the online election for our 2020-2021 district officers and directors. All candidates on the ballot were voted in with the majority of the votes. The incoming officers and directors are District Governor, First VDG Rick Dodson, First Vice District Governor, Second VDG Vanya Castro, Second Vice District Governor Lyon Catherine Miller, Kansas Lion Foundation Director, Past District Governor Jerry Loney, Kansas Lion Site Foundation Directors Lion Margie Sundstrom and Lion Jerry Sorensen, Kansas Lions Band Foundation Directors Lion Daniel Martinez and Lion Dr. Frank Perez. We received 62 online votes and 2 paper ballots. I wish best wishes to all the incoming district officers and directors and all club officers for the coming Lions year.
Okay. Annually, our district participates in the environmental photo contest and the peace poster contest. So we will have Lion Daniel Martinez of the Topeka Sunflowers Club, who serves as our environmental chair, show us the pictures of the winning pictures and tell us who they were by and what place they took. And he will be followed by Lion Caroline Ardie, who will introduce the peace poster contests and the winners. So I think we're ready to go to Lion Daniel.
All right. Well, good afternoon, Lions of District 17A. I'd like to start out by thanking you all for the kind words and the prayers for my health. It means a lot. This isn't how I want to celebrate my birthday. I'm here to announce the winners for the environmental contest for the District of 17A. For animal life,
Oops.
You're muted, Daniel.
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start over. Okay. So again, good afternoon, Lions of District 17A. I'd like to start out by thanking you all for the kind words and the prayers for my health. It means a lot.
Just
And,
write your name down.
and this isn't how I
Okay.
wanted to celebrate my birthday. I'm here to announce the winners of the environmental photo contest of District 17A. For animal life, PCC Bobby Duvall. For weather phenomenon, PDG John Burns. For urban natural landscape, Lion Frank Perez. For plant life, Lion Barbara Higgins. I ask each Lion that received their certificate to please look at the back of your certificate. You will find a critique from my former high school art teacher, which I forgot to mention when I presented the certificates. I'd like to thank Lion Roger Yost for his willingness and his support to help me in this as being my co-chairman for the environmental. I also asked each member to start collecting pictures starting September. Each category will still be the same. Deadline is December 31st and no later. Also, please submit tree pledges to my address, which is 8730 Buffalo Drive, Apartment 4, Mayetta, Kansas, and Mayetta is spelled Mayetta, and the zip code is 66509. And I'd like to say, stay safe, stay strong, and with that, I'll send it to Caroline with all I have. Thank you, guys.
Unmute myself. Thank you, Daniel. That was really wonderful. My fellow Lions, distinguished guests all, please accept my profound gratitude for involving our students in Lionism through the Peace Poster. This year's contest was entitled Journey of Peace. The contest for 2020-21 is Peace Through Service. Please reach out this year to visually impaired students for the essay contest of the same title. The rules for both contests are in your packet. Please welcome Sienna Massaleonis and her family. She is our first place winner in the district as well as the state. Sienna is a 7th grader at Leawood Middle School. Her quote is, "Flicker of light can spread kindness and peace through the world." Please welcome Taylor Iglehart and her family. She is our 2nd place winner. Taylor is an 8th grader at Tonganoxie Middle School. Her quote is, "Peace is everywhere, in the highest mountains, in the lowest valleys, in the deepest part of the oceans, and in your soul. You just need to find it." Please welcome Sailor Curry and her family. She is our 3rd place winner. Sailor is a 7th grader at Baldwin Junior High School. Her quote is, "The journey to peace involves many sights along the way. Thank you all for sharing your art and ideas of peace with us." That concludes my formal portion of the program.
Now I think Lion Dan's gonna have some slides for us.
That's why I was thinking. Yeah.
You can't see us because I didn't put us on. Okay.
Oh, you didn't put us on?
No, we're on under forest.
Lion Dan?
Yeah.
I'm reading everything under the sun while this boring thing is happening. So. Oh, sorry. No, you're sleeping some of the time.
Ardie's supposed to talk first.
No, you were supposed to show the slides of the pictures.
And the winner.
Oh, the winners. Yeah, that would be good.
He's not prepared to do
It's not on here, Forest.
Okay.
Diane, I can show them if you'd like.
Yes.
Yeah. If we could show the pictures of the winning environmental pictures.
Right.
Yeah, you want me to go ahead and do that?
Yes, please. And then the peace posters.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Thank you.
Oh, I see. They're around the
I
side.
make it full screen, Rick.
Yeah, it's pretty. Weather phenomenon. Yeah, I'd say that's cute. Peace posters.
This is Lion Sienna Massaleonis and her first place peace poster.
Beautiful.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Lion Taylor Englehart, and this is her 2nd place peace poster.
Another glorious one.
And this is Sailor Curry. I'm jumping the gun and calling them all lions. And this is her 3rd place peace poster. Thank you all.
They're beautiful.
Yes, they are.
They really are.
Okay. Now we're going to switch back to PID Ardie because we're getting ready for awards. And our first award are going to be some Melvin Jones fellowships. And Ardie will give us a little background on the Melvin Jones Fellowship. So take it back, Ardie.
Thanks, Governor Diane. Most of you know that Lions Clubs International Foundation is the charitable arm of our Lions Clubs International Association. The Melvin Jones Fellowship is the highest award given by our international foundation. And on behalf of Lions Clubs International Foundation, we have 2 honorees today from District 17A. I'm going to read just a little bit from the formal letter that goes to each of those 2 honorees. So this is quoting from that letter. The Melvin Jones Fellowship is named for Melvin Jones, the founder of Lions Clubs International. LCIF is able to continue and expand programs through the generous support of fellows such as yourself. You should take great pride in knowing you will impact so many lives, both in your immediate community as well as across the globe. As a Melvin Jones Fellow, your name has been added to our listing of all individuals in the program. So during your next visit to our international headquarters in Oak Brook, Illinois, I invite you to visit the LCIF room to see your name on this extensive list. Wear your Melvin Jones Fellowship lapel pin with pride. It represents your dedication to humanitarian service to the highest degree. Thank you for your continued dedication and support to LCIF. And the letter addressed to each of these honorees is signed sincerely, Gudrun Ingvadottir, Chairperson of Lions Clubs International Foundation. Take it away, Governor Diane.
Thank you very much, Lion Ardie. It's going to be my pleasure now to introduce our 2 Melvin Jones Fellowship honorees. And the first is being presented by the Olathe Club. And the script goes, it's with great pleasure. We're on the Olathe Club there. It's with great pleasure that the Lions Club of Olathe recommends a Melvin Jones Fellowship to Lion Vivian D. Clements. She is deserving because not only has she been our club's secretary for the past 3 years, she has also been our district newsletter editor and publisher for the last 2 years and will again be the editor this coming Lions year. When she took over the newsletter, she had little knowledge of what was the procedures, and she went online and learned how to do it step by step, and in our opinion, became one of the best editors and publishers. She is so deserving of this honor. Respectfully submitted, PDG John Burns and President Lion Arvin Barrett of the Olathe Lions Club. Congratulations, Lion Vivian. And at a future meeting, when we can do that again, I will be out there to present the award to you directly. Okay, and our next award goes to a member of the Lansing Lions Club.
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Little letter says, Lion Jeanette Holderman joined the Lansing Club in June of 1989. She has served in numerous leadership positions in the Lansing Lions, including club president. Lion Jeanette is a lion at heart and embodies the spirit of Lionism in the Lansing Club and throughout the Lansing and Leavenworth communities. The Lansing Lions Club is proud to present this Melvin Jones Fellowship to Lion Jeanette Holderman. Thank you so much, and congratulations, ladies, on your awards.
Thank you.
So,
I'm speechless.
Good. We want to move on. And again, those awards will be delivered in person at some point. Our next section of awards is with the New Voices program. The New Voices initiative promotes gender parity and diversity and seeks to increase the number of women, young adults, and underrepresented populations within our association. It features a diverse group of Lions who strive for excellence in one of 4 service areas, and that is in service, membership, leadership, and marketing. And the New Voices Service Award will be presented to Lion Beth McKenzie. Beth is a member of the Lawrence Noon Club, and she is recognized for her talent of coming up with a creative and energizing project for her local club that reached out to the district and local community and gave the community an opportunity to serve. The project collected supplies outside a local Walmart for the alert trailer, and it encouraged community members of all ages to help support those in need during a natural disaster.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Congratulations. And the New Voices Membership Award honors Lion Doug Plummer of the Minneapolis Lions. During, excuse me, Doug's term as president, he encouraged his club to bring in new members. Need some water here. And this covered a 2-year period. And in a 2-year period, the Minneapolis Lions Club brought in 12 members. You have to remember, this is a town of under 2,000 population and with 2 Lions clubs. The real bonus to this is that 83% of those new Lions were under the age of 50. And 48% were women. So congratulations, Lion Doug. The New Voices Marketing Award goes to Valley Falls Lion, Dorothy Herring. Dorothy serves as our district webmaster, and she is vigilant. She sees that information about district clubs and events is posted on the district webpage, as well as the district Facebook page. And she's also willing to help any club in the district who has questions about setting up a web page or a Facebook page. So congratulations and thank you, Lion Dorothy.
Thank you.
And the New Voices Leadership Award goes to Lion Eric Strimple of the Eudora Lions. He thrives on learning challenges. He has, in the short 3 years he's been a Lion, attended the Great Plains Lions Leadership Institute, USA-Canada Forum, and while attending the forum in Spokane this past September, he received his bachelor's degree as the Lion and working on his master's. He has served as club president, zone chair, and will serve on the district NAMI team. And NAMI stands for North American Membership Initiative, a new initiative of LCI to increase membership. So congratulations, Eric, and we expect great things.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm going to hand the baton back to Ardie, and because our next set of awards are the Presidential Certificates of Appreciation, and she will tell us a little bit about the background.
Thank you, Governor Diane. Yes, when an international guest comes to a district or a multiple district convention, the international president, of course this year, Dr. Jung Yul Choi, approves of us bringing for your district some very special certificates. Normally, we would love to do this in person. Not only does the person receive their certificate, but they also receive the president's personal pin. This certificate is the 4th highest award given by Lions Clubs International to an individual lion. So it's very prestigious. And I'm going to have Diane personally explain to you who her recipients are, because she can tell you from her heart how much they have done for your district.
Thank you, Lion Ardie. The first presidential certificate goes to Lion Leela Gillespie, and I don't think she could join us today, but Leela is a member of the Manhattan Lions Club. She joined back in 2006 and has been an active member, serving alongside her husband, Lion Bud. Leela has served her club as secretary, membership chair, and LCIF coordinator. She's also served on the district level as secretary and treasurer. In addition, Leela handles the registration for Midwinter Rally and at times coordinates the hospitality room for that event also. Midwinter Rally wouldn't be the same without Leela and Bud welcoming and registering attendees. So it's with deep gratitude and admiration that I present the presidential certificate to Lion Leela Gillespie. And I hope to be making a trip out to Manhattan to do that when we can get out and about. Our next recipient, Lion Vivian D. Clements from the Olathe Club. And we heard a little bit about Vivian when we did the Melvin Jones. She has been a member since 2008, and she's been a very active member. She has served the club as membership chair, LCIF coordinator, and club secretary. And then she has also served the district level as editor and publisher of the newsletter under the two governors, and will serve again under Lion District Governor Rick Dotson. Thank you, Vivian, for helping District 17A stay updated on Lion's news, happenings, and events. And it's with sincere appreciation for a job well done that I present this presidential certificate to Vivian D. Clements. So congratulations, Vivian. I know you're in the audience. And my third award goes to Lion Harry Malnikoff. Lion Harry is with the Overland Park Host Club, and he joined the Lions in 2006. And he has had a number of positions within his own club, including director, president, and treasurer. He's also been involved at the district levels as district alert coordinator, and then as treasurer, a position that he held under multiple governors. When the 2013 USA-Canada Forum was in Overland Park, Lion Harry served on the host committee as an associate chair and oversaw operations. It's with great pleasure and sincere gratitude that I present the presidential certificate to Lion Harry Malnikoff. Thank you, all three winners, for your commitment and dedication to Lions, and for not being afraid to say no when asked to take on a position. I mean, well, that didn't sound right. No. For not saying no when asked to take on a position. Yeah. I just got to look for my husband when I said that one wrong. So, okay, so I have just a few more presentations. Well, I have one more presentation to make, and that goes to our keynote speaker, PID Ardie Klemish. A thank you for all your contributions today, and also to let you know that on behalf of District 17A, we will be making a contribution to LCIF in your name to honor you for your participation in our first ever virtual conference.
Thank you, Governor Diane. Thank you.
And Lion Ken, I look forward to the next time of seeing you at a meeting with your socks on. Okay. So we have a few more minutes, and first I want to congratulate all our award winners and honorees for all the work that they have done for our district. I also want to thank Lion Cami Thurman and her convention committee and the Concordia Lions for their willingness to host our original district convention, which was scheduled for April 24th and 25th in Concordia. The committee put in a lot of hours in planning a convention that was not meant to be, and it was to be really neat. So thank you, Cami, and your group. I also want to take a moment to thank my cabinet and my vice governors, District Governor-elect Rick and First District Governor-elect Vanya. Commitment to improving and growing lions in our district is outstanding, and I do have an awesome team. And a special thanks to Lion Dan Funky, our Zoom administrator, with backup support from DGE Rick Dotson. This convention would not have been possible without Lion Dan's help, and he's responsible for all the PowerPoints, and so we really appreciate that, because I could not have done that. Congratulations to Second Vice District Governor Catherine Miller, and to the newly elected foundation members, Lions Jerry Loney, Margie Sundstrom, Jerry Sorensen, Lion Daniel Martinez, and Dr. Frank Perez. I also want to thank a very special Lion, PDG David, my partner in life for the past 50 years. He has encouraged and supported me during the past 3 years, and most importantly, he has been my travel companion as together we've explored Northeast Kansas. So it's a real honor to serve as your district governor this Lions year. I've met a lot of terrific Lions throughout Northeast Kansas. I've witnessed some remarkable and unique services provided by the Lions. I've attended many meetings and events and had some very delicious food. But most of all, I've met remarkable Lions who want to create a better community through service. So continue the good work. And with that, I thank you for being part of District 17A's Lions history, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Congratulations on a great convention.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
Yeah, we'll try to send out a little survey to get some feedback, because this may be something that stays with us as Lions. So,
Hope not.
well,
We all stick around for the cocktail party now.
yeah. You're buying, Rick.
Okay.
17
Thank you all.
17A PDG Club meeting on May 14th. Zoom.
Okay.
Any other announcements? And we've got about another 25 minutes if you want to open it up to comments.
Can I add a small comment? So we did the project last year, the service project for the rescue trailer and tornado victims. I had my niece and nephew with me, and they're from Des Moines. And they were so excited to help people that they talked my brother into contacting the Des Moines, some club in Des Moines, and they did a Christmas project where they raised for food and gifts for 85 families for Christmas with the Lions Club. So that was pretty cool.
Well, thank you. That was nice.
Thank
Anyone-
you, Governor. What a surprise.
A well-deserved one, Harry.
Thank you very much. And to everyone there, good to see you all. It's been a while.
Great seeing you, Harry.
Still here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Governor Diane, would you please announce about the state convention?
I'll let you do that since I don't have the details written down, Linda.
Okay, but we're gonna have a state convention virtual on June the 6th at 10 a.m. So that will be a first. So information will be sent to all, and contact Diane if you haven't received anything, and we'd love to have everybody. We could set a record of attendance.
Thank you very much. Any other announcements?
Thank you, Diane, for a great year.
Thank you.
District Governor, are you still going to hold your cabinet meeting at KSDS?
No, if it was in the newsletter, we are canceling that at this point, and we'll see about maybe having a virtual one.
Linda, is the times for the state convention different than the symposium for that day?
Yes, that's why we made it 10 a.m.
Okay.
Because it's either 12 or 1 for the symposium.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Okay.
Yeah, we originally set it for that, and then we went back and changed it because of the symposium.
Okay.
And this is being recorded, and I'll let everybody know where to find it once I figure out where to put it.
Yeah, because I've already received a couple little chat messages that people want to play the recording.
It'll probably be on YouTube somewhere once Dorothy teaches me how to do that.
Okay, great.
I look forward to that.
Will it be just audio or will it be video as well?
I hope it's recording audio. I mean, both of them.
Okay.
Having video
of that, Dorothy, cut that part out of me a while ago, please.
It is recording both.
Recorded.
It's great seeing everybody today.
Eric's doing.
What's going on with Leo, Cheryl?
I have to work on mine.
Well, we're going to have a virtual conference this summer as far as the Leo Leadership Foundation because of obviously COVID, and it's hang on, in my dates here, May 30th, 31st, I think. But I can get that resent. I sent it out once, but I can send it multiple more times. But anyway, we're going to go to a virtual conference this year. And then next year, the Leo Leadership Foundation will meet, the USA Canada Leo Leadership Foundation will meet in Canada, Calgary, I believe.
She's in the last few days.
Any other comments or information to be shared from the foundations?
I know that we still have band pins for sale. I think it's $5, and I think it's a buffalo that's playing a flute, but you'd have to ask Bobby about that one.
It is.
Well, we have band foundation. We have a lot of band pins because we haven't given any because we're not having a band concert. It's a $3.50 donation. Daniel can't ever remember the cost. He tries to get more than I do, and I don't get change for $5. So he starts out at $5. I started at $3.50 and only don't make change. So we have a lot of band pans for this year, and my guess is we'll have a new one for next year, hoping that we have a band. Unless anybody could see in the newspaper, they are not having the any activities at Washburn this summer. The Shrine Bowl, which is usually put on, was supposed to be in July at Washburn. They're trying to find a place to have it now because Washburn will not be open for any activities until the start of the fall season. So even if we wanted to have the convention, we would have not been able to have the band camp at Washburn this year. So that was not a hard, it was a hard decision to make not to have it, but it would have not happened anyhow. So
I'd like to talk a little bit about the Site Foundation. We are not doing the mobile screening unit until after this COVID-19 is over. We're also wondering about doing the state fair. We have until July to cancel that, and Sylvia is monitoring that. At this time, we're still planning to do the state fair, and we Sylvia will be needing to man that. But if the COVID continues through June and there's no good prospect, we may cancel our appearance at the state fair this year. And I am working on getting a report out to all the Lions, and I have Dan put that on the constant contact when I get that all assembled. So we're still here. We're just not active at the moment.
We do have the Lions site pin too for $3 still. I have plenty of them. So just email me what you want and I'll get them to you. And you can just send your check to Gene Vogel and he'll get it to where it needs to go.
You can go ahead and send it to Andy Hagel. It just saves a step.
Oh, okay. And thank you guys for electing me for second vice district governor.
I'm sorry, can you repeat where we send that to?
Andy, Andy Ho.
Yeah, Jean, where do we send it?
Send it to the treasurer, Andy Hadel.
He's well next to Lions, right?
He's in the he's in the book.
And just email Catherine Miller, LionsCMiller@outlook.com as to how many you want, and I'll get them to you.
And if I could make one announcement, we'd like to congratulate your governor who has been elected council chair for the state for next year, 2021.
Thank you.
Governor Diane, this is PID Ardie. I would like to let everyone in Kansas know that in case you haven't seen it on the Great Plains Lions Leadership Institute Facebook page yet, we are not going to hold an in-person Great Plains this year because the campus will not be open, just like your Kansas band camp. The campus where we normally would have held it will not be open until the fall semester starts for the college students. And our backup place that we had hoped to have, maybe, that also is closed for safety concerns for the students coming back. So there will be no in-person, quote unquote, Great Plains Lions Leadership Institute this summer, but we certainly look forward to 2021 back in Maryville, Missouri at Northwest Missouri State University. But we will be sending news to you soon, I hope, about a virtual fun event on that Saturday that we normally would have had Great Plains, which this year that will be Saturday, July 25. It will be a virtual event open to every Lion that wants to attend, whether you're from the Midwest or anywhere in the world. And it'll just be kind of a fun, informative, maybe about a 2-hour session like we've had today by Zoom. And then we look forward to hopefully holding our Midwest Advanced Lions Leadership Institute this fall in Independence, Missouri.
Ardie?
Yes, sir.
How will you notify the districts or the Lions clubs about that?
We'll probably send an email to the council chairperson and sitting governors, I'm presuming is how we'll work it. And then we'll also get it on our Facebook page as well and send it to all of you PIDs as well to be spreading the news amongst your areas.
Ardie, if we can get it before at least the 20th of June, we can get it into our July newsletter.
Okay, we'll have it by then because we're having a meeting this coming week to talk about it.
Ardie,
Yes, Dan.
we're also sending it out through Constant Contact to every line that has an email in 7 states.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As soon as you get the information to me.
Yep. We're working on it. Some of the Kansas folks will be on the phone with us on Monday night. So
Ardie, thank you for mentioning LCIF again. Our district is up close to 50% participation this year. So with a couple of month and a half left, any other clubs that can get a donation in, it would certainly be appreciated.
and personal donations as well. They count up just as fast as club donations.
Roger.
If you're looking for a service project, I can give you one. I must not be being heard, is that right?
No, you
You're
are
on, Vern.
Oh, I'm on. Okay, I didn't know I was. Your health programs chairman has received a request for a service dog from CARES in Concordia. If you would, you'll get more information about that in the next week through an email from the district secretary. But there's a young lady here in Topeka that has mobility issues and some other medical issues, and her medical people has suggested that she get a service dog to help her. The cost is $5,000, and I don't know what we can provide, but we can provide some of that at least. More details will come in an email from the district secretary in the next few days. Thank you for listening.
Vern, are we not having, I assume we're not having the diabetes camp?
We aren't having any diabetes camps. I think they canceled them in all 6 states that she's in charge of, the way I understood it.
Why don't you contact the clubs and individuals that donated to that this year, since it's not happening, and see if they'd be willing to have those funds used for the service dog?
I could use some of them for that. I'd like to keep, I had 7 applicants for diabetes camp, and I'd like to keep enough money in that account for those 7 for next year, if that's okay. There would be some money that could be used for that. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Well, for my part, it is for my donation, but I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
No, but I'd like to keep some of that money for next year so that the 7 that I already have, I won't have to raise as much money that way.
Okay.
You can talk to next year's governor and ask about it in the budget.
I am. I am. Well, thank you. I'll pursue that. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, concerns, announcement?
Is there?
I'm sorry?
Is there any information at all for next fall on vision screening?
For the what?
For the, I'm sorry, it was kind of cut off. Can you repeat that, Carlene?
Yeah, I assume since we don't know about schools, we have no clue on vision screening and what may or may not happen. Is there?
Everything that I know about has ceased operation as of back in February. I know several had vision screening scheduled and they're all canceled. I don't know about what I have for this fall, but I have several clubs scheduled for vision screening this fall, particularly September and October. So I don't know what's going to happen there.
We've had at least one school nurse already contact our club to set up vision screening for next fall.
Well, I had 6 scheduled, and I know that the Topeka Lions had some scheduled, and I know some others had some scheduled, and they all were canceled. So hopefully what's scheduled for the fall will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got only 2 or 3 scheduled for the fall so far, but we'll see I mean, how the schools open and who they let in and what the new regulations are.
Half of August, most of September, and all of October are filled with the screeners that we have.
I will say that one of the school nurses that I spoke with said that since they did not do their kindergarten roundup this spring, which normally they do vision screening, hearings, and other screenings, they're going to try to do those all the first part of within the first month of the school in this fall.
On that kid site screening, Dr. Kendall Krug will be adding some information on my report that I will be sending out early part of June to all the members regarding the legislation on that, and I hope that his remarks will help clear up some of the points on that.
Thank you. That would be helpful. I know we usually have in Wyandotte County a back to school fair and we give 1,000 book packs away. And I know a lot of you have helped with those screenings, but we do somewhere between 200 and 300 screenings at that event, but that whole event has now been scratched for August, so. Well, hearing no other questions or announcements, we'll let y'all go.
Doctor,
what? Who's that? Dan?
yes, this is Dan Funky. Diana Castro has raised her hand. Does she need something else?
Yes, I just want to thank everyone and I appreciate very much for voting for us, the new cabinet for next year. But also, I would like to wish everyone have a wonderful Mother's Day tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too, Vanya.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you all. Our convention is officially adjourned.
Thanks, everybody. Good job, Diane.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You did a good job.
Good job.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.